Hi everyone, welcome back again. Today we have the Batman vs. Killer Croc diorama from DC Direct. So I will show you the box. Not much unboxing since this has been out. Okay, so stay tuned. Okay, so here we have the art box. Uh, since I have this on display right now currently, there won't be any semi-unboxing. Okay, so it's just basically a white box depicting Batman vs. Killer Croc. It's sculpted by Ray Villafane, and as you can see, this is the second edition. The first edition, which I will talk about, is exactly like it. It's just that it's got a slightly different color variation to it. Okay, so the edition size of this is out of 2500. So this particular one is 194. Okay, not bad. Okay, so let's get back to the statue. Okay, now we're back to the statue. Like I said, we have Batman versus one of his foes, Killer Croc. This piece is nice. There aren't a lot of companies putting out dioramas now. I think this is done by DC Direct with their own line. Sideshow used to do them, but I guess is it as cost effective? Considering they're not very popular. I like them. This statue looks like Croc is just coming right out of the sewer, and then Batman's right on him. Okay, you can see the detail of his ripped pants. Underneath, it's got some more armor. Okay, Killer Croc, very nice. He's sculpted, and you can see Batman's face. Whoops, there we go. Okay, and when you get this piece, it's really one piece. There's nothing to attach. It's just one big piece, which I am, a little bit surprised. Um, I didn't show you the box opening, but the packaging is done very poorly. Mine actually came broken right here, right where his arm is. And it's kind of ironic if you think about it. That's where the Killer Croc is grabbing Batman's arm, and that's where it broke off. So, yeah, so right there, that's a weak point. So I actually got a replacement from one of the retailers. Uh, so very fortunate. The batarang that you see right there, that's posable, so you can move them around. I just like it like that. I'm afraid something might go wrong and break off or something. And you can see the details, the skull, the bat cape. So just in case if you're curious to what makes this different from the first edition, this one's all gray with the black cape inside. I think the first edition has a blue inside colored cape, and the belt, as you can see, this one's yellow. It's all yellow, nice and clean. The first edition has a dirtier, looks like it's a worn yellow. So I guess, first time the Batman's fighting the Killer Croc, he's got to go home, and second round, he comes out with nicer uniform or belts. So that's the only thing. Some people prefer the dirtier belt. It's got a little bit more shading, so it's a little bit better, I guess, in that way. And then you can see there's a bunch of batarangs that's embedded into the Killer Croc. And I wanted to show you this. His Killer Croc's hand or arm wrapping is very well done. It's fully sculpted and painted, but the way they have it, it looks like it's wrapped. Yeah, then that could be like some form of mixed media, same thing with this one, but it's not. It's really painted. It's really nicely done. Okay, and you can see the scale, Killer Croc scale, and this thing's just badass. Like it's 3D, it comes right out. He's just popped out of the ground, and you can see the cracks. And I don't know, you can see that says Gotham right there. So that's a nice touch. We've got rocks everywhere. It's really nice. The scale, as you can see, very detailed. Even Batman's boot. I don't know if you can see that. Zooming in. It's not just flat, it's got treads. Right there. Cracked skull. Croc, sorry, Killer Croc's mouth. Very nicely done. Scales, the blood even looks good. All around a very nice piece, and the Batman's not too bad. But this piece is all about Killer Croc, not the Batman. Okay, so I guess that's all I've got to say. Let's go to the scorecard. I guess the first thing we're going to look at is the sculpting by Ray Villafane. This thing is fantastic. Like I said, this is really a Killer Croc statue with a Batman attached. Batman's done okay. The only thing I don't like is his bicep right here. It's a little bit overly done. But the Batman sculpt is average. It's got some nice touches, like, you know, you can see some armor underneath the rib pants. The scope is average, but the Killer Croc, the amount of details that you get is just unbelievable. And with him popping out of the sewer like this, you can't beat that. See, you can see it's like it's happening. You know, it's not a static piece. It's very dynamic. So for the overall sculpting, I would say Batman actually held this piece back. It's okay. I guess the Batman could be a little bit bigger in comparison to the Killer Croc. But then in the comic books, you know, they draw Killer Croc at a different size. So the overall sculpting, I would say it's an 8 out of 10. If Batman was done a little bit bigger, I would say, you know, it's 9 out of 10, but 8 out of 10. Not bad. But the Killer Croc's just fantastic, as you can see scale. The paint job, I'll get to that, is nice too. Okay, so the next category we're having, we're going to talk about is actually, let me see, let me give you Batman's face. Okay, the teeth isn't as nice, but this is like maybe a 1/10 scale, so it's hard to get all that details. But anyway, okay, so for fit and finish, which is paint, any mixed media like cloth has to fit and stuff like that. I didn't find anything wrong with this. Batman's good. Killer Croc paint is fantastic, especially the arms. You know, the wrapping, you can't beat that. It's got some nice shading. His face. So for the overall fit and finish, this is easily a 9 out of 10. The only thing is that, like I had mentioned, the Batman's belt, it's kind of too clean. The first edition one, it's nicer. It's got that more, you know, natural shading and looks to it. So 9 out of 10 isn't bad. It's pretty good. Okay, so next category we'll have is the art direction in this. Easily 10 out of 10. He's fighting Killer Croc. Anytime you get a diorama, a dynamic diorama, you're going to get a 10 out of 10. So no problem there. Okay, so the next category we'll have is, where were we up to? Let's see. Oh yes, source material. So this thing looks like it came right out of a comic book. It's really nice. 10 out of 10. I can't complain about the source material. You look at it, you know it's Batman. If you don't read Batman, you might not know what this crocodile thing looks like, or what character it is. But it's Killer Croc versus Batman, so 10 out of 10. Okay, and then the last category we have is accessories. This one, like I've said in my other reviews, accessories doesn't always mean that you have to have things attached to it. It's just, you know, the base could be more complicated than just a regular base, like a black base, like Pop Culture Shock does. This one, the accessories, I gotta give it a 10 out of 10. And it being a diorama, does not hurt at all. You've got essentially two characters in one, and then you have, very detailed base, even down to his jeans. The only thing missing is if they put, Levi's on something like that. But other than that, you can't go wrong with this one. Okay, so 10 out of 10. And then the all around score, the overall, I really like this one. Batman could be a little bit bigger, a little bit more detailed, but we're talking about 1/10 scale here. So you can only put so much detail in this, and most of the details went into Killer Croc, as you can see. So the all around statue, I would give it a nice. Sorry about that. The battery died on me. Had to do a quick switch out. Okay, so like I was saying, the all-around statue. I would give this maybe an 8.5 or 9. The details on Killer Croc is fantastic. Batman can use a little bit more details. Although this thing says Batman versus Killer Croc, it's really a Killer Croc statue with a Batman attached. The amount of details that went into Killer Croc is just amazing. Okay, so all around, I will give this a 9 out of 10. 8.5. 8.5, yeah. Alright, whatever. 8.5, 9 out of 10. The sheer amount of details, you just can't beat this. Especially with the sewer. Looks like it's just floating. Magic, as you can see. And then the only issue is if you really want to see Batman's face, you're going to have to display it up high, but then you sort of lose out on Killer Croc's detail. So there you have it. And Batman's face is nothing to write home about. There's not enough details, but that's okay. So overall, we get a, let's see, I said 8.5, 9. We'll call it 8.5 then. Just for the sheer fact that Batman could be done a little bit better. But there you have it. Go ahead and get this. I highly recommend it. You don't need the first edition. It's just got, I think the cape's inside is blue or something like that. And then the belt is not shaded. And a lot of collectors are angry and disappointed that they released this DC Direct. But they're gonna milk this. A black version, with the, instead of gray, it'll be a black suit. Or maybe the first edition had the blue one. I don't have it, but it's kind of pricey. You can get away with this one. You can paint it yourself. There you have it. You have a first black edition. Sorry, the first edition. But this is okay. It's still affordable. I would highly recommend you guys get this. Okay. Fantastic. All right. Thank you for watching, and stay tuned for more.